Continue now with reaction on the Constitutional Court ruling ordering the former President Jacob Zuma to appear before the State Capture Commission. Joining us now is Professor Mark Swilling from the Stellenbosch School of Public Leadership, and he's also a co-author of the book Shadow State. Good to have you with us this afternoon, Prof. Your reactions on the Constitutional Court ruling?
Well, I think all South Africans should welcome the finding. It confirms what Judge Zondo has tried to argue, and it reinforces the Zondo Commission. The Zondo Commission has been under attack. It's been delegitimized by certain factions and groups, and this decision really significantly reinforces the Constitution, the Commission's claims and strategic positioning regarding Zuma as a witness.
Now, you were co-author of the book Shadow State, and you focus largely on the role that intelligence played in state capture. What would you highlight as some of your key outcomes and key findings from writing the book and the investigations that yourself and your co-authors put in place?
Yeah, I mean, we published, we did that research back in 2017, and at that stage, none of the evidence in Gupta leaks, the report on the intelligence had not come out, so we didn't have a lot to go on. But it was even then very, very clear that the State Security Agency and the other intelligence agencies became instruments for a political elite that had a political project to repurpose state institutions for the benefits of a particular group of people, thus contradicting the constitutional mandate of those state institutions, in particular the intelligence agencies. So they became, in a sense, private instruments for a particular political elite.
As you sit there watching and listening to the evidence that's coming out of the State Capture Commission of Inquiry, what is going through your mind in reference to the work that you had already done? As you say, you did this in 2017, and now there's a lot of new evidence that has come up. How does that make you feel? What is going through your mind?
Well, I mean, obviously, all South Africans, when we hear what the current DG of the SSA is saying, we need to be very depressed. We need to be deeply concerned about the way in which state institutions can be abused. This is straightforward, simple abuse of power. This is what it looks like. You just have to listen to him talking frankly. So that's on the one hand. On the other hand, it's very, very positive that the State Security Agency, which is in the business of being secretive, is being very open. And I find that quite interesting, that clearly it's part of a strategy by the new powers that be to say, listen, come clean, admit the mistakes that were made, admit what happened, don't try and cover it up. And so that's about building confidence, again, in the intelligence agencies. And I find that very interesting.
Prof, we're now seeing, and we've witnessed this over the past few days, intelligence-based evidence being given at the State Capture Commission of Inquiry. How do you believe this affects the quality and the caliber of the evidence that's being presented, and perhaps also the overall impact that this is having on the work of the Commission?
Well, it's pretty evident from watching Judge Zondo's reactions to the testimony from state security agencies that this is carrying a lot of weight. We were introduced to the extent of the abuse by Sydney Mafumadi's testimony, but still, he's a politician. And he has quite a lot of credibility, but still is a politician. But when you hear the DG of State Security Agency basically reinforcing his views and reinforcing what a lot of researchers and journalists have been saying, that really significantly strengthens the evidence before the commission that former President Zuma has a case to answer for. He has to come before the nation once and for all and stop avoiding appearing in court and appearing before the commission and talk to the nation honestly about what really happened. Whether that's going to happen or not, we don't know.
And we'll leave it at that for this afternoon. Professor, thank you so much for your insights. That's Professor Mark Swilling. He is from the Stellenbosch School of Public Leadership and is also co-author of the book Shadow State, which focused on the role that intelligence plays in state capture. As you've heard him say, they did all of this research up until 2017, and there he was sitting watching the State Capture Commission, and a lot of what they'd focused on in their book now coming to life, and even other aspects perhaps that they hadn't even touched upon.